football also back. Black and Blue kicking off their preseason play this week.
That's right. So what are the Panthers doing to get ready for the big day?
Of course, the man with all the answers, Carolina Sports Live's Gabe McDonald joining us from outside of Bank of America near training camp. Gabe, what do we have to look out for?
Yeah, guys, a lot of guys that are making their way back into the lineup. Just saw tight end Mitchell Evans, walk into the practice facility. He's in full pads and uniform, ready to go. He missed a little bit of time with an ankle injury. The big news, the Panthers announcing about a half hour ago, the defensive tackle Bobby Brown III is activated off the non-football injury list. Was dealing with a hamstring injury during offseason workouts. He is now back, which really helped give this interior defensive line a lot of depth. And when you think about all the young guys that are coming up, about to get reps in the preseason games, and of course having veterans like Bobby Brown and Derek Brown as well. And staying on that front seven on that defensive side of the ball, it did take a hit on day one with the unfortunate injury to Nick Scordon. We know he is lost for the year, but alongside him, Princely Mamiel, and drafted in the third round right after him last year. They built a really good relationship and still have, very solid rapport. And Nick and Princely have been communicating a lot. That's what we've been able to learn over the course of the last couple of weeks since Nick went down. And Princely really has a big preseason ahead of him when you think about being able to take that next step and being a more complete pass rusher. The Panthers, of course, went out and paid Jalen Phillips $120 million. You got Pat Jones back from injury, but Princely, one of those young guys that definitely is going to look to take that next step, and this is just another week to doing so, and Dave Canales really likes what he's seen so far out of the second-year outside linebacker.
Honestly, Princely, since the beginning of camp, has really been one of our guys on defense chasing the ball all over the field, and this is really cool to watch him and Nick come in at the same time, and we know how Nick plays, and with this just relentless effort, and Princely has been that guy. He's chasing everything down. He's working on his craft. He's continuing to push himself in different rush packages, and he's a guy that I'm really excited to see where he goes.
And that high motor is very important when you think about a position that's all about getting after the quarterback and trying to set that edge on the defensive side of the ball. Panthers are in full pads again today, so we expect to see a lot of high-intensity work when you think about this being their first game week of the preseason, getting ready to take on the Cardinals on Thursday in Canton. Likely to see some one-on-one drills, probably some red zone and some goal line. Definitely want to get as many of those situational periods in as you can so they can replicate what they'll see on Thursday night up there in Canton. Practice is about to get started here in about 10 minutes or so, around 10 o'clock, and of course, we'll have everything coming up throughout the afternoon and tonight at 11 o'clock on Carolina Sports Live. But for now, reporting at the Panthers practice facility, Gabe McDonald for Queen City News.
Gabe, I do have a question for you, brother. For this Panthers team, obviously fresh off a division win, is there a different swagger around the team, a different confidence, and especially with number 9, does he have a different confidence and swagger heading into this season?
Honestly, man, it's really something that we've been able to see, Julian, when you think about, just over the course of the past several weeks, even going back into the summer. Dave Canales has always said that Bryce has a certain demeanor about him, and now being in that third year in the system, you have that continuity because we know his rookie year, definitely a year that nobody anticipated. Of course, it had its, ups and downs, mainly a lot of downs. We all know what happened in 2023, but since then, obviously, it's been steady growth when you think about what Bryce has been able to do with the continuity in the offense, but really just commanding this team. So I think you're seeing that out of him, but, the guys really feed off that as well. They see a guy that truly, he was the number 1 pick and a Heisman Trophy winner for a reason. That's something that a lot of these guys have emphasized. Now it's just seeing what we saw at the end of 2024, what we saw in glimpses last year, now putting together a full body of work for 17 games and beyond to see truly prove that he's the quarterback of the future, especially going into a big contract year as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We love to see that swagger. We love to see that confidence right out of the gate before the games even start. So, Gabe, thanks for that.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.